If you've ever told yourself, I know what to do, I just can't seem to stay consistent, you're not alone, because people start working out on their own all the time, but they're often left feeling disappointed or frustrated, and you know that this isn't because you don't care enough. And it's actually a result of caring a lot. That's a big part of why you're left feeling frustrated. So I want to let you in on a little secret that's helped literally hundreds of people just like you take action and take the next step towards achieving their dream body. So what is this secret that's so good it's literally helped hundreds of people, and why have you not done it sooner? The secret is that you need to change your environment. And the way that I've helped so many people do that is through group HIIT classes. But before we dive into that, why does this even matter to you? Why should you care about this? And the answer is because this is the thing that's gonna bridge that gap between you just dreaming about this body, which I wanna tell you it is completely possible for you to achieve, and you actually doing the work that it takes to get to that point. Now, over the course of this video, we're gonna look at 4 different reasons/benefits as to why this is the best method for you and why this secret is gonna help you change your environment so that you can start reaching your goals. Let's start by talking about what even is HIIT. Now, HIIT is H-I-I-T, and that's actually an acronym that stands for High Intensity Interval Training. And that's where we get that acronym from. But one of the big things about the phrase high intensity is that it's kind of intimidating. A lot of people hear that and they panic because they don't think that it's something that they can actually achieve, which isn't true. So I want to break that myth for you here, and I want to put this into simple terms. And the easiest way to describe this would be looking at it as equal to a combination of work and rest periods. And now here's the thing about this work. The work could be a combination of different things. It could be strength, it could be conditioning movements, it could be a combination of the two. But what matters is that there's a work interval, there's a rest interval, and then you're repeating that over and over and over again. So for the rest of the video, I want you to forget high intensity interval training when you hear me say the word HIIT, and I want you to think about this combination of work and rest periods. Now, the first reason that we're gonna look at, and arguably the backbone of this entire structure, is that the workouts are coach-led. And what that means is that your workout is gonna have an instructor that's guiding you all the way from the start of the workout to the end of the workout. And this is great because that instructor is gonna make sure that your class is staying organized and that it's staying on time. That means that if your class starts at 4:30, you know your workout's gonna end at 4:30 because the instructor is guiding you through it. You also know that if you're doing a movement wrong or if a movement's new to you, you have an instructor that's gonna hold your hand, walk you through that, making sure that you're completely comfortable with that movement. And as a result, what this coach is gonna do is it's gonna give you some immediate feedback to how you're performing in the class. And what this does is this is going to allow you to continue progressing forward instead of standing still. And one of the things that isn't really talked about when it comes to having a coach-led class is that that coach is also gonna help you build your confidence, because what that coach is going to do is that coach is going to believe in you until you finally start to see it and you start to believe in yourself. Because right now, you're struggling to believe in yourself because you've tried starting and you haven't quite had that success yet. But this coach is gonna be there to support you throughout the entirety of your journey and making sure that you're comfortable so that you can continue moving forward and that you can reach the goals that you're after. So that leads me to reason number 2, why these group HIIT classes are gonna be the answer for you. And reason number 2 is because those workouts are going to be completely structured for you. We touched on it a little bit when talking about the classes being coach-led, but the biggest thing here is that the classes are gonna be way more organized. And when your classes are more organized, it makes it easier for you to show up every day. If you know that as soon as you finish work at 4 o'clock, you can go to the gym at 4:30 and you're gonna be done by 5:30, that makes it even easier for you to make that decision to go. You don't have to guess if you're gonna be there for 2 hours or if you're gonna be there for 30 minutes. And then the other half of that is that everything is going to be done for you. DFY. And that also is a big part of removing any decisions that you have to make. So that big decision for most people is, what do I do when I go to the gym today? And that's something that we take out by having these group HIIT classes. When you show up to the gym, the coach is going to tell you exactly what to do. They're going to tell you when to move on to the next thing. And they're going to make sure that everything is staying on track. So the major key to having these structured classes is that this is going to entirely remove any guesswork that you have. And the reason that that's a big deal is because it now removes a lot of the decisions that you're having to make around going to the gym. When you don't have to make these decisions, it's going to make it easier for you to show up, and it's going to make it easier for you to show up the next day, which as a result is going to turn into the most important thing that we talk about all the time, which is what we're looking for in the early stages, and that is consistency. You no longer have to wonder how hard you need to work out in that moment, or does this day even count because you didn't push hard enough, or what are you gonna do that day? This has now removed everything because your workout is now coach-led, which makes it more structured, which makes it even easier for you to show up. Let's dive into reason number 3, which is often the one that keeps people from going to the gym most of the time. And reason number 3 is that the workouts are infinitely scalable. And what that means is that your workout is designed for literally any skill level. So whether it's your first time ever working out in your life, or you've worked out for your entire life, you can show up to this class and you can still get a great workout in. One of my favorite examples to use is pull-ups, because pull-ups are something that a lot of people come into the gym and talk about wanting to do, or how they used to be able to do it, but they can't do it now. Well, we don't want to skip programming pull-ups because there are people who can do those, and we want to make sure that they still get the opportunity to do that. So what we can do as a result is we can take the highest level, the pull-up, and we can adjust that a step back to meet you where you are. So that might look like doing a dead hang, that might look like doing some form of a row, something that's going to help you work towards building towards that pull-up. And the thing that a lot of people don't really think about is that if you take a step back, you're actually going to be able to move forward even faster. Because you're taking it back to the level that you're at so that you can now use that as a stepping stone to help you build higher and higher to where eventually we're able to do that pull-up, which was the end goal. Another example is a weighted squat. Now there's a number of reasons why this might need to be adjusted, but we can always strip it back by taking away the weight. We could adjust the variation of the squat. Whatever it is, we're gonna be able to meet you where you are so that you can do that movement to your fullest potential. And that's another bonus to having a coach there with you, because that coach is gonna be able to give you real-time feedback. So if you randomly wake up one day and your shoulder's hurting, the coach can give you that immediate response and give you an adjustment to where you can still get a really good workout in despite the pain that you're having. Or if they see you struggling with a movement, they can help you adjust that movement so that you can continue doing the workout as you should. Let's take a look at our final reason, number 4, which is that these workouts are completely designed for normal people. And what that means is that these workouts aren't designed for these elite level athletes. They aren't designed for people who want to go to the Olympics or the people who are the fastest or the strongest in the world. They're designed for the person who wakes up early in the morning so that they can get their workout in, go to work, and be present with their family. They're designed for the person who goes to work all day and wants to be the best dad that they can be, or wants to be there to support their kids at the events that they go to on the weekends. That is who these workouts are designed for. And as a result of these workouts being designed for normal people, it begins to bring other people together that are in similar stages of life or that have similar goals. And that creates a super encouraging community that not only wants to win themselves, but they're also going to be there for you, and they want to help you win just as bad as you want them to win or as bad as you want yourself to win. And the key to that is that that begins to create accountability that makes it easier for you to continue showing up. Because you know that when you show up the next day, even when you don't want to, you're gonna have people that are there cheering you on, whether that's your coach or somebody that you met in the class. but you're there to help other people as much as you're there to help yourself. And I know that there's a lot of fears that can come up when you think about making a change like this, so I want to touch on those before we wrap up. And the first one that comes to mind for me is that you're afraid that you're going to be the least fit person there. And even if that's true in the moment, it's not as important as you think, because everybody there wants to see you succeed. And everybody there has been in the exact same position as you, and we all started at the beginning. The second fear that you might have is that you're afraid that you're gonna look dumb doing something that you've never done before. And that's why you have the coaches there. The coaches are there to help you do the movements properly, to make sure that you're staying safe and that you're doing a variation that's appropriate for you in order to allow you to maximize the value that you're getting out of that specific workout. And the good thing about that is that every single time that you show up, the coach is gonna treat you just like it's your first day. So whether you've been there 100 times or one time, you're getting the same value out of your workout. And the last fear that comes to my mind is that you'd be afraid that you're gonna be slowing others down. And I totally understand why you would feel this way, but it's not 100% accurate in a group class setting because the class is timed. The coach is there to make sure that the class is done at a certain time and done by a certain time. So if you have 10 minutes to do a workout, the workout's gonna be 10 minutes, whether you get 10 rounds or you get 2 rounds. So when you feel these fears, and I know that you will because I've been in your shoes before, I've seen it so many other times, I want you to remember that everyone starts somewhere. And I know that that sounds cliche, but it's very true. We have all started at the beginning. The thing that separated us from where you are right now is that we took the first step. We made a decision that was definitely not an easy decision. It was something that was challenging and maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but that was the thing that propelled us from where you are right now to where we are right now in the future. And you can get there too. So I want you to hear it from me. I'm gonna believe in you until you begin to believe in yourself. If you've struggled to stay consistent, I want you to know that that doesn't mean that you're broken and that doesn't mean that you're a failure. What that does mean is that you just haven't found that right environment for you yet. So if you were hesitant to do this, I want to strongly encourage you to find a group HIIT training gym and give it a try. And that's not gonna be better for you because it's easier. It's gonna be better because it's gonna make consistency even easier. And at the end of the day, that's what's missing in your routine right now. Once we build consistency, the results will come with time. If you want more videos like this to help you succeed in group HIIT classes, I want you to go ahead, hit subscribe, stick around, because we're gonna make more videos exactly like this. And I want you to remember that more is better when we go together.